So I will actually do one other. Now I'm standing here anyway. So I need to make that. So I got that. That is actually useful for a couple of things. I'll look at the other ship in a moment, but so you thought you wanted to move me, that's okay. That will be useful when I start making a base, and I could actually make a base on this planet. Mellow into rich. A little bit RC sentinels, but apart from that. Not the worst of planets. So that might actually be a good idea. Let's at least find a proper place to. Well, it could be here, I guess. So I need some magnetized ferrite. There is carbon, and the reason I say it like that is that I normally build in wood. Some sort of cave around. There will be something because there is subterranean relics which is laying in caves, so that's okay. That is actually I need putnium. That's the thing is, it tells what we need, but not that we have put something on. So. probably should go and get some carbon. Why did I go in? Well, might as well. Just pick up what's nearest. The thing is, playing on Permadeath, the sentinels are very quickly to come when you gather resources, so you sometimes have to play a little bit of hide and seek with them. They've been scanned, yeah. It's actually very okay, so yeah, should have done it the right way from the beginning, but yeah. The thing is, we always try to save a little bit of time here and there, and I have a feeling that sometimes it actually just kind of balance out. So I actually want to find a place with water nearby, because I do set up fishing traps to earn money on. So I'm not going to put a base here, that is for sure. Pick up. What was in the condensed carbon? Okay. these localized disturbances is kind of annoying, but just have to deal with them, to be honest. So, while we wait for this, let's look at the ship. I have to be careful, because otherwise suddenly I leave and no ship. I'm actually going to take it anyway. And going to repair that and that, but I can't make that. Okay, more carbon is needed. So that's a Predator, nice. Electrical disturbance. Always scan before you pick it up. Because otherwise you don't get the secondary if there is one. So you don't really want to do those kind of things. And I'm actually saying that for you, for your own sake. Is that electrical disturbance following me? It suspiciously looked like it. I have a little bit of suspicion what is going on, but that would be guesswork. Yeah, I just realized one thing. I was actually kind of stupid because it's metal plating I need. So I repaired these because then I can call it to my base later when I have a base. So that's well, I'm actually trying to get materials for repairing the first ship. And this is the part which is the whole challenge, really. There is a little bit more to it, but the challenge itself is get license to fly all ships except for the living one. The living one, if I find one in the wild which has something like a drop rate of 0.03%, I think I read, then I will of course pick it up, but that would have to mean I'm very, very lucky if I find one. But otherwise, normally you would get a living ship by buying a void egg in the anomaly from the Quicksilver Companion, and then you do the missions to get it. It's not that hard to get. You just have to make this 3,200 Quicksilver the egg cost. And to be honest, that can be done by 2 weekend missions. So it's not like it's almost impossible or anything to do it. So we are putting these on. I need more magnetized, yeah. But I actually got quite quick through the technology, which means when the technology is fixed, I'm actually allowed to leave the system. But I don't have a license to fly the ship until everything is repaired. So, but there is things you might actually have to go and find in another system, and if you only have one ship, it's almost impossible without being able to leave the system. But finding the ships is going to be the biggest test. So if anyone has any questions or comments, feel free to use the chat. Also, if you have general questions about the game, not any game, because I do not play all games in existence. That is I believe that's probably impossible, but apart from that, I do play a lot of games, but so I need pure ferrite, but I also need a lot of magnetized ferrite. So I start from one end and then work my way through it. And then I will do the same on the hauler later on, but I'm going to kind of gather a lot of resources before I continue with the next ships. I will attempt to build this up first. And it's actually quite in a good shape. I've been relatively lucky with this challenge because I actually found the ship quite quickly. The only task was to get to it because it was a long walk, and I did most of the walk off stream. I will admit I did just focus on getting there as quick as possible. I didn't pick anything up. I only had a rest to make more iron batteries in a cave. So that was it. So, as you can see, I will need a lot of things to get everything repaired, but it actually works in a good direction. So and I'm running out of carbon again. That's that's going to be my bane for a while. So I think when I made this batch of chromatic metal, I will then move on towards a waterfront somewhere and start making a base. This planet actually seems like a good option for that. The thing is, it got copper. All planets have that, but well, with a yellow sun. Paraffinium and cobalt. Paraffinium is something you use a lot of in repairs. But then we can go out and actually start finding those materials we would like to find, maybe, or we can just build a base and well, I would prefer to repair the ship as much as I can. So I have claimed the other ship, and that will be, I can transport it to a base freighter, even a space station if I want to scrap it. So yeah, Pugnium is the only one I need for up here. That is actually quite good. So yeah, I need more chromatic metal as well. So let's have a quick look. I need to go west and a little bit north to find the water. And of course, if I see something interesting on the way, I will stop and investigate. Buildings is always a good place to acquire certain things, at least. Oh, be careful. There's a trading post. That's worth to just give a quick visit. It's a good place to find interesting ships sometimes. Even though I'm not allowed to buy ships without giving one in return, and well, I can upgrade a ship basically. I'm out of space, so let's just chalk a thing or two over here. It's just for now. The thing is, if you want to pick things up, you need to have space for them. There's more down there. I didn't actually look at the ship, which was a little bit silly. A-class shuttle. There's not any more there. Is there anything? No. So check if there's anything up here as well. That is a C-class. Okay. So there's an unknown building there. Worth to take a look at as well. See what they sell here, if anything interesting. These are very expensive, but you can make them yourself. Platinum, I really need more. So this would be where I would sell if I had anything to sell, which I don't. So, but at least now we know there's a trading post. Why is there a ship sitting there? Not really understood that. It's not the first time I see it. Where was that building there? It's not the first time I see it, but the last time I saw it, I couldn't get to it. It's a transmission tower, not useful right now, but later we will actually need them. So you might ask, why do it then land there if it's not useful? Well, first of all, if you take the waypoints, you get more nanites for exploring. And that was pretty much it here. There's a predator lurking around up there. I hope he will leave me alone. Them already, so technology modules which become service data is very useful. So yeah, and it sits like an unknown building, and I don't actually understand that. Now it's a transmission tower. Theoretically, you should be able to recognize it when you actually look at it, shouldn't you? So, was there any other buildings around? There's another unknown which I can't attack because my ship was in the way. And it will show the trading post, and now it will show the holographic comms tower. That is a sentence for experts. Where did the building go? It's not that over there. So it's not all buildings that is actually buildings, but certain things are quite good to just get, investigate. And this actually helps me getting more nanites, so that's and nanites I need at this point in the game, because you use nanites to buy a lot of things. So I'm not taking that because I don't need it. So anything else? Metal fingers. I am taking a walk. Oh, no, I'm not. Ugh. I have a slight problem. So I should really refine this so I make some space, because metal fingers would give me a lot of gold and uranium. So well, I say a lot. It can be a lot. It's not always it is, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is, that was not what I was going to do, but yeah, that was what I did. So while I pick these up, I will actually start refining. That one we can start with. Yes, I have seen the Sentinel, and he will come and look. Actually quite convenient, to be honest. These 250. I can see I'm getting in carbon problems again as well. It's normal. It's very normal. Won't be triggered until I collect the resource. Then I have to let him turn white again. So this is the only real problem there is with Permadeath. That is, sentinels are much more observant, and you cross the line a little bit quicker than you normally would. But that said, you get you get the gist of it, because it's I normally call it hide and seek with the sentinels, and that's yeah, that's the main thing that actually. Oh, I'm too far away. Okay, I'll just put down there for now. Why? What? This is slightly confusing me, but why does that? But yeah, it's all about utilizing your free space, and that is what I think is the main problem on Permadeath, is the lack of stack sizes, but you kind of get used to it. So, and you learn to use, because in your exosuit you're gonna have 500 in a stack, but on your ship it's 1,000, and on your freighter it's 2,000. So you can actually utilize better than it is, but of course compared to normal, where you can have 9,999, that's a whole other story. But I do love finding metal fingers, because that, especially gold, which, yeah, you can pick it up from resources, but then you have to go and find it, and when you find it in metal fingers, you get a proper stack out of it. And as I said, you use it a lot with repairs. And if you're wondering what uranium is good for, I'll show you in a mo. It actually moves something from one resource to uranium. And that's where it's actually useful. So we got all the metal fingers, but I'm still refining, so what was I going to make that to? Well, magnetized or pure ferrite. I'm going to have to check what I need the most. Well, I know I need carbon. that is I don't even have to think about it, because that's just how it is. I feel that is all through the game you need carbon. What attacked me there? Was it the animal? I don't think it was. Oh, it is. Ah, Jesus. That was what killed me yesterday. It was actually an animal. Broke that I can easily repair. Thank heaven. So I'm going to put these over here, because that is where I'm going to use them most. So chromatic metal. I still need a lot of chromatic metal. But with this, the more I get away, the more space I actually get to have things. So that is really positive. So did I need any more gold? No. Up here I only need pugnium, but I don't have any. I don't have any weapons at this moment, so it's going to be very difficult actually to fight your way to it. So I hope I can find a place where I can actually buy some. But I honestly don't know why I ticked off that animal. It was not a one which should try to eat me, so yeah. But well, it's not everything which is always safe, so I'm actually just processing some of this, so it's done more than anything else. might as well sit in the ship for now, because it's well, it's safe enough, but I'm getting a little bit nervous. So you can use launch fuel, which is made by dihydrogen and what was the other thing? Metal plating. So it's two resources, but you can actually use uranium, and that's kind of a good cheap source, because it's not a lot you use, and it's actually relatively easy to get by. So yeah, I'm trying to find a place where I can go to with some water. I think I want to go up there. Problem is, I might not be able to see if I go out to space, but I think I will attempt to do it. So let the ferrite dust be made, and then we can do a jump and see if we are any luckier. But we need to have a base if we want to go to the missions, because we already started the Artemis, which is okay. It's not like this can wait. It's not like I have to do the missions, but as part of the challenge is that I need to end the challenge by landing on a planet in a purple system. And I need to do the missions to get there. So what do we got here? It's a monolith. I thought for a moment it was a portal, and that is rare in the first system. You quickly find a portal. It's not impossible, but it's rare. I will admit, I just take the words. It makes it easier to kind of understand them. You get, every time you learn a word, it will turn red, and you actually want these whole sentences read. Okay, try again. Reach in is the wrong one. Thing is, if you are greedy, then you will be punished. Okay. How far away is he? He is flying away, so he's not even coming to attack. Okay, we need an introduction. Yeah, I died yesterday. I got eaten by a predator. Weird enough, that was not what killed me. The predator attacked me and brought me very low on health. And then some gravitational anomaly happened, and it pulled me up in the air and chucked me down. So I died. And it went very quickly, so yeah, I didn't feel anything. It happens. As I said yesterday, and I stand by that, it's kind of the premises when you play on Permadeath, and shit happens. I'm glad it was not my main Permadeath save, then I would have been a little bit sad. I think I crossed 400 hours on that. That would have been really bad. But yeah, no, I just decided to start the challenge again, because it was not the challenge which actually caused any problems. It was just a chain of events that was very unfortunate. So yeah, that's why I started over. And yeah, I have to do it all again, but that won't be. It won't be the last time I do that. The funny thing is, I was talking with Wicked before he had to go to town and shop or something like that, and everything was fine and peachy, and then he came back, and it was, wait, something happened here. Yeah. Well, I need to